Imagine Izuku Midoriya, the green-haired freckled hero in training, suddenly waking up not in the UA High, but in the middle of the Hidden Leaf Village. No All Might, no quirks, no hero commission, just chakra, ninjas, and one of the most brutal coming-of-age trials in anime history, the Chunin Exams. It's a test of the body, mind, and soul, but the real question is, could Deku pass? To find out, we're going to break down every phase of the Chunin Exams, analyzing what Midoriya brings to the table, how he matches up against the competition, and whether his skill set, mindset, and determination would be enough to earn him the rank of Chunin in a world where emotions can kill and strategy means survival. The Chunin Exam starts not with fists, but with pencils. On the surface, the written test seems like simple academic challenge, but anyone who's seen the Naruto series knows that this is anything but straightforward. It's actually a psychological minefield. The real test isn't about the answers, it's about how you find them. In the Naruto universe, this phase is designed to assess a ninja's ability to gather intel without getting caught. Cheating is allowed, but being obvious about it gets you disqualified. You need smarts, stealth, and confidence. Now let's drop Deku into that room. Izuku is a brilliant student from day one. He's been shown to take copious notes, analyze quirk mechanics, and memorize strategies. He's like the anime equivalent of a walking playbook. In terms of test-taking skills, he's got that down, but the twist here is deception, something he's not really trained for at UA. His nature is honest, almost to a fault. However, by the time he's around the joint training arc or the Dark Deku era, he's grown more strategic and pragmatic. He knows where to keep things close to the chest if we assume he has access to a danger sense. He might be able to sense when the proctors are watching him, helping him dodge unwanted attention. His enhanced perception through full cowling could give him the edge to notice subtle movements, glances, or even hidden signs between other students. With his brains and a little bit of situational awareness, Deku could absolutely figure out the intent of the exam, adapt his approach, and pass. Would he be anxious? Absolutely. Would he overthink every move? Most definitely. But he would find a way to win because that's what he does. He learns, adapts, and overcomes. The verdict: passes with high stress and a deep sigh of relief. Now we're moving on to the infamous Forest of Death. This is where the Chunin Exams gets real. You're dropped into a dangerous jungle filled with venomous beasts, enemy ninja teams, booby traps, and terrain that seems built to kill you. The goal? Survive long enough to find a matching scroll, one heaven, one earth, and make it to the tower. Deku's no stranger to life-threatening situations. During the Hero Killer Stain arc in Season 2, he faced a brutal fight in unfamiliar territory. In Season 6, he operates solo during the Vigilante Deku arc, surviving assassination attempts, relentless villains, and exhaustion over weeks, all while staying off the grid. Physically, Deku is in top form. Even at 8% full cowling, he's fast enough to dodge bullets, strong enough to shatter concrete, and agile enough to leap from tree to tree like a ninja. He may not use chakra, but his raw physical stats are comparable to most Genin and even some Chunin. What gives him an edge though is his Danger Sense quirk. While chakra sensors can detect presence or intent, Danger Sense specifically triggers when someone means to harm him. In a setting like the Forest of Death, where traps and ambushes lurk around every corner, this sixth sense is invaluable. Think of it like a personal early warning system for snake bites, falling trees, and exploding tags. However, the forest isn't just about physical survival, it's also a mental and emotional battleground. The team dynamic plays a big role, and Deku, depending on who his partners are, might carry the entire group. He has leadership potential, sure, but early on he doubted himself. Would he hesitate when it counts? Possibly. But again, Deku grows through hardship. His instincts to protect would kick in, and he'd push himself through injury and fear to help his team. His main challenge would be dealing with more cunning or brutal opponents, those who might use genjutsu, poison, or psychological tricks without chakra. He has no natural resistance to these things, but he's highly observant and could recognize patterns, illusions, and false environments quickly. The verdict: survives, possibly injured, but passes through sheer tenacity and fast reflexes. Now we get to the meat of the Chunin Exams, the one-on-one tournament battles that test strength, tactics, and willpower. These aren't simple fights. They're showcases of a ninja's readiness to lead, make decisions under pressure, and control power responsibly. Let's run Deku through a few hypothetical matchups. Deku versus Neji Hyuga. Neji is a nightmare for close-range fighters. His Byakugan allows near 360 vision, and his gentle fist can shut down an opponent's chakra with pinpoint strikes. Even if Deku doesn't use chakra, getting hit repeatedly in pressure points would mess with his muscles and potentially disrupt his flow of movements. In episode 61, during his fight with Naruto, Neji uses Clan's secret technique, 8 trigrams palms rotation, which repels any attack in a 360 burst of chakra. This makes it extremely difficult to hit him head-on. But Deku isn't just brute strength, he's fast, unpredictable, and strategic. He would analyze Neji attack patterns mid-fight and start baiting openings. If Deku lands even one serious hit, it could end the fight. Still, Neji's defensive Kaiten move blocked most straightforward attacks. In close quarters, this is Neji's domain. If he gets within striking distance, Deku is in serious danger. Neji only needs a few well-placed hits to disrupt Deku's muscular coordination and slow his full cowling movements, and if he lands 8 trigrams 64 palms, Deku could be completely shut down. Deku's best counter would be his analytical combat during the sports festival. He deduced Todoroki's emotional blocks and used strategy over strength. And the joint training arc, he used Black Whip mid-fight for containment. If Deku adapts quickly and uses movement unpredictably, he might avoid direct hits and strike him odd angles. Neji is disciplined and precise, but tends to underestimate emotional fighters. Deku, like Naruto, fights with everything he has. In episode 61 of Naruto, Neji lost to Naruto's unpredictable, high-effort style. Deku shares his quality. The results? A close match. If Deku gets creative and finds a blind spot, he could win, otherwise Neji's control might edge him out. It's a razor close matchup. Neji has the edge in defense and precision, Deku has the advantage in power, mobility, and adaptability. If Neji lands early strikes, it could cripple Deku's offense, but if Deku reads Neji's movements and exploits an opening, one well-timed smash could end the match. Deku vs Shino Aburame. Shino's bugs drain chakra and overwhelm from all sides. Since Deku lacks chakra, this may backfire. Bugs might ignore him or simply act confused. However, Deku's high speed mobility shown in season 4 during the gentle criminal fight would make it hard for Shino to get a lock. Unless the bugs just decide Deku's body is close enough to target, they wouldn't do much. And if they swarm him, full cowling would shake them off, and a single shockwave could scatter them. The results? Deku likely wins. His raw speed and strength overwhelms Shino's stealth tactics. Deku vs Gaara. This is the one fight where Deku might not walk away. Gaara's sand automatically defends him. It reacts faster than most ninja can move. Lee had to remove his ankle weights and reach nearly superhuman speeds just to land hits. Deku could achieve that with 100% one for all, but without area to rewind his injuries, he'd destroy his own limbs. Gaara can manipulate large scale attacks and even fly. Deku's lack of range attacks would be a major handicap. The result? Gaara wins unless Deku unleashes a self-sacrificing blow, and even then, the sand might protect Gaara anyway. Deku vs Naruto. Naruto's unpredictability and Shadow Clones provide deceptive offense, but early Naruto had poor technique and relied heavily on determination. Meanwhile, Deku trained and learned from All Might, Gran Torino, Endeavor, Night Eye, and more. I'm comparing Deku to Naruto pre-Shippuden because up until Shippuden, Naruto, when he left the village to train with Jiraiya, he was learning the basic fundamentals of being a ninja, and he is a slow learner, so he relies heavily on determination, and it shows. Kakashi was off training with Sasuke, and Naruto had limited time to train with Jiraiya to master one technique, and he puts up a good fight against Neji, Sasuke, Kabuto. However, if Naruto taps into even a flicker of Ninetales chakra, which at the time Naruto doesn't have full control, Deku's job gets harder. The result would be a 50-50. Depends on Naruto's clone's feints would work, or if Deku locks him down early on. So, can Deku pass the Chunin exams? Absolutely. But it would test him in ways he'd never experienced before. The ninja world isn't about flashy powers, it's about deception, endurance, and adaptation. Deku has those qualities, even if he comes from a different mold. His intellect would help him outwit traps and exams, his speed and strength could carry him through dangerous terrain, his ability to adapt and learn mid-battles give him a fighting chance in one-on-ones. He wouldn't win every fight, he might not be top of his class, but he proved to the proctors that he has the heart, skill, and mindset of a true Chunin. He's not just a powerhouse, he's a hero, and in a world of shinobi, that still counts for something. The final verdict? Yes, Deku can pass the Chunin exams. Not easily, not flawlessly, but definitely. Because that's what Deku does, he finds a way. If you enjoyed this crossover breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more crossover analysis. Want to see Bakugo in the Hunter exam, or maybe even All Might fighting a Titan? Drop your IDs in the comments below. Until next time, stay plus ultra, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.